No one has ever been charged in the 2020 Lekki shooting. On 20th October 2020, Nigerian Army personnel opened fire on unarmed End SARS protesters at the Lekki toll gate in Lagos, Nigeria, killing multiple people. The exact death toll remains disputed amid denials, shifting official statements, and a subsequent judicial inquiry and international rulings. On October 20th, 2020, Nigerian Army personnel opened fire on unarmed End SARS protesters at the Lekki toll gate in Lagos, Nigeria. On October 21st, 2020, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu initially denies any deaths. Amnesty International reports at least 12 protesters killed. On October 22, 2020, Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari calls for calm and promises police reform without acknowledging the shooting. On October 26, 2020, Lagos State Government establishes a judicial panel of inquiry chaired by retired Justice Doris Okuwobi. On November 9, 2020, DJ Switch, who live-streamed the shooting, is granted asylum in Canada following threats to her life. On November 18, 2020, CNN airs a documentary presenting independent investigative findings on the shooting. On November 21, 2020, the Nigerian Army admits, after weeks of denial, that its personnel were deployed to the toll gate with live and blank ammunition. On November 24, 2020, CNN releases CCTV footage from the toll gate showing soldiers firing at protesters from both ends before footage cuts around 8 p.m. On November 30, 2020, Brigadier Ahmed Taiwo testifies to the judicial panel that the Army was called in by Governor Sanwo-Olu after police reported being overrun. At least 6 protesters are beaten and 13 others arrested at the bridge site. In April 2021, a witness testifies before the Lagos State Judicial Panel that at least 10 people died in the shooting, based partly on video evidence. On October 19, 2021, End SARS activists hold a memorial protest marking the anniversary of the shooting. On July 23, 2023, Governor Sanwo-Olu approves the mass burial of 103 protesters who died during the End SARS unrest. On July 10, 2024, the ECOWAS Court of Justice rules the Nigerian government responsible for human rights abuses connected to the Lekki toll gate shooting and orders compensation to named victims. The case remains unsolved. This case file is kept in memory of the victims and the people who loved them. The full-sourced case file, with every fact cited, is at casepin.org.